In a world filled with human promises and fleeting solutions, the words of Jehovah remain unshakable. Salvation by humans is worthless. Psalm 60:11. Humanity, for all its advancements, is fragile and unreliable. A mere breath, a delusion lighter than a breath on the scales. Psalm 62:9. Jehovah's word consistently calls us to shift our trust away from mankind. Whether it's political leaders, military strength, or human wisdom, none can bring lasting salvation. Do not put your trust in princes, nor in a son of man who cannot bring salvation. His spirit goes out, he returns to the ground. On that very day his thoughts perish. Psalm 146, 3 and 4. Through the scriptures, Jehovah issues warnings and guidance. Cursed is the man who puts his trust in mere humans, who relies on human power, and whose heart turns away from Jehovah. Jeremiah 17:5. Instead, he invites us to take refuge in him, the only source of true security and deliverance. In this video, we'll examine the futility of human solutions, the wisdom of trusting in Jehovah, and the powerful truth behind Jesus' own understanding of mankind. He knew what was in man. John 2:24 and 25. Let us explore why Jehovah urges us to look to him alone for salvation and discover the peace and hope that comes with that trust. Join us as we uncover the timeless wisdom of Jehovah's word. Salvation by humans is not just limited, it's worthless. Only in him will we find the deliverance our hearts long for. Help us in our distress, for salvation by humans is worthless. Psalm chapter 60, verse 11. The sons of men are a mere breath. The sons of mankind are a delusion. When laid together on the scales, they are lighter than a mere breath. Psalm chapter 62, verse 9. It is better to take refuge in Jehovah than to trust in humans. Psalm chapter 118, verse 8. Do not put your trust in princes, nor in a son of man who cannot bring salvation. His spirit goes out, he returns to the ground. On that very day his thoughts perish. Psalm chapter 146, verses 3 and 4. For your own sakes, quit trusting in mere man who is only the breath in his nostrils. Why should he be taken into account? Isaiah chapter 2, verse 22. Woe to the stubborn sons, declares Jehovah, who carry out plans that are not mine, who make alliances but not by my spirit, in order to add sin to sin. Isaiah chapter 30, verses 1 and 2. Woe to those who go down to Egypt for assistance, who trust in war chariots because they are numerous, and in war horses because they are mighty. But they do not look to the Holy One of Israel, and they do not search for Jehovah. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. This is what Jehovah says: "Cursed is the man who puts his trust in mere humans, who relies on human power, and whose heart turns away from Jehovah." Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. But Jesus would not entrust himself to them because he knew them all, and because he did not need to have anyone bear witness about man, for he knew what was in man. John chapter 2, verses 24 and 25. As we conclude, let Jehovah's word resonate deeply in your heart. Salvation by humans is worthless. Psalm 60:11. The scriptures remind us that human strength and wisdom are fleeting. The sons of men are a mere breath, lighter than a breath on the scales. Psalm 62:9. Trusting in humans leads only to disappointment. As his spirit goes out, he returns to the ground. On that very day, his thoughts perish. Psalm 146:4. Instead, Jehovah invites us to take refuge in him, the Creator whose power and promises are eternal. It is better to take refuge in Jehovah than to trust in humans. Psalm 118:8. Let us heed his warnings against placing our faith in the plans, alliances, and might of mankind, which often lead to sin and destruction. Isaiah 30:1 and 2, 31:1. Jesus himself understood the limitations of man, for he knew what was in man. John 2:24 and 25. And so must we. Turn your heart fully to Jehovah, the only true source of salvation, wisdom, and strength. Let your trust in him bring you the peace and deliverance that humanity can never provide. Thank you for watching. If this message has inspired you, share it with others and let Jehovah's timeless truth be known. Salvation belongs to him alone.